Welcome to Workshop Acres video for 5/23/2023. We're checking out the taters in the vegetable house. We got some German butterballs. They will replace our Yukon Golds. Apparently a potato line only lasts for so long before they stop yielding taters. So the Yukon Golds are done and German butterball are the replacement. We got some cherry reds and a couple of russets as well left. We got red onion, yellow onion, and white onions. $75 in a bag, $11 a bag. The potatoes are 3 pounds for $13. And then let's start over here on the north side of the wall where we got our large Stonehenge cabbage. They make the really big heads. We got some red cabbage that makes more of a smaller head like the early cabbage does. A nice tight, bigger than a softball, but not quite basketball size, which would be the Stonehenge. And we got your standard white cauliflower and some big imperial broccoli. And those are in our 6-packs. We also have them available in singles. We've got a large berry strawberry and our standard small berry strawberry. We have some beets and chives. There will also be some Alaskan strawberries, perennials available in singles. I got some of our nasturtiums up here because while they are a beautiful flower, they are edible. Once again, we have our sweet corn for containers. Each stock, depending on the size pot you give it, you'll end up with 2 to 5 ears is what I usually get. Dave usually gets a couple more off the stock. And then we have some big cucumbers available in big pots. Otherwise, we got our standard 4-inch pots here, and we start with our round lemon cucumber, which makes a great tasting round cucumber. They can get up to softball size. I prefer to eat them about baseball size. We got our little pickling cucumbers. Until everybody's getting bigger. Looks like I have to spread everybody again. We got our European style divas, which are seedless, along with these UNAGI European ones, so they'll both make a large size seedless cucumber. We have our standard sweet success that we've been growing for years and years. We also have lots of pretties back here in the vegetable house. We got some of the white bacopa, some of the beautiful calabrachias, a couple of different colored sorts. This one's pretty cool. I like how it's like the yellow and the dark purple and the light purple. Oops, sorry about the fingers. We got some big petunias. A couple fancy pretty petunias. We got the large verbena, some of them already blooming. That's these guys, the verbena. Got some flowering cabbage and kale up in this house. Have other flowering cabbage and kale out in the flower house. Some more of the colored big verbena up here. And the creeping jennies. These are great. They hang really good. You can wind train them. And they get this awesome little yellow flower. I always like to think of them as hanging lily pads. And then from the back of the greenhouse forward, we have our larger outdoor tomatoes. And then they get a little smaller as we come through the greenhouse. So we got the Siberian, the subarctic, the polar baby, or the polar beauty, and the polar baby, polar babies, polar beauty, and the silver firs, which do great indoors and out. We got the red robins, excellent cherry container tomato. It will grow to whatever size container you put it in. The little Sicilies are also similar to the red robins, bit bigger plant, slightly larger tomato, but they're also great for containers, and they will grow to the size of your container. And then we jump into more of the greenhouse plants and the cherries. We got the super sweet 100s this year. I always say names wrong. Artemis. They make a nice cute little 1-ounce fruit. And then we get into the bigger tomatoes. We got the Defiant, the Fantastic, the Goliath, and then the Super Suit. And there's some more silver firs over here. And you got beautiful eggplants. Remember, those are considered a berry, not a fruit. And they will bloom in our 24-hour daylight. And we're still waiting for the peas to come up. So we got green arrow peas, little marble peas, sugar snap peas. And then we get into our sweet peppers. We got the sweet bananas. We got the California bells, the green bells. And then we go into hot ones. We got the pizza pepper, which has a very jalapeno look to it. A bit spicy. We got the Hungarian wax. A lot of people use these for roasting peppers. We still got a couple jalapenos. We got a whole bunch of just gorgeous habaneros. Look at them. But he's looking so pretty. And then the middle table here on this side, we have our herbs. We got the basil, the parsley, the leeks, more parsley. Cilantro is here somewhere. Was here somewhere. It's here somewhere. I also have multi-packs where I put multiple herbs in a 6-pack. Most of them you'll find cilantro, basil, and parsley in. So you get 2 plants of each in a 6-pack. And there's the yummy leeks. If you don't know what to do with your leeks, I prefer to just grow them until the end of season. And then I make a big pan of leek soup. And I love leek soup. And we got the curly parsley and the plain parsley. And we got the celery. And we got everybody in singles too. We got single cilantro, single celeries. I might have to make a couple more single basils. The only romaine lettuce we have, we'll to make this note right now, are in singles. They really didn't germinate, the little buggers. We got some green beans. Our normal provider bush bean. I love the plant. I planted some squashes too in large containers. And we've got a standard normal zucchini where you would need about 2 zucchinis to make sure they can cross-pollinate. We have our self-pollinating or doesn't need another plant to pollinate zucchini. As you can tell, we made sure we made lots of those for everybody. And squashes, we have acorn squash, crookneck yellow squash, and then we have butterball, which is, or buttercup, sorry, buttercup, and the pumpkins. Our standard yellow squash seeds did not germinate. We apologize, but there is no standard yellow squash. So we have the acorn, the buttercup, the pumpkins, and the yellow crookneck and squashes. I don't know, here's some single basils, and some single celeries, and some single lettuces for those of you who don't want a whole 6-pack. In the lettuces, we have the green leaf and the red leaf and the head. We also have mixed packs where you can get kale, Swiss chard, and lettuce in a 6-pack together. And we got the head lettuce for you guys who love your head lettuce. And of course, the beautiful multicolored Northern Lights, Swiss chard. And then we have all kinds of planters, and we can plant things for you as well if you like. So this is the veggie house, and in a little bit we'll go and walk through the flower house. Remember, here at WorkShop Acres, we want to help you grow all summer long.